difficult moments today. I got really sad. I have this longing sometimes for my baby. I have some longing sometimes just to, just to hold or to have a baby. Not that I want a baby, any other baby. I just want, my baby. But, I prepared my life to bring in a child. Like, I prepared my life to have a baby here and to, just every part of my life I was preparing for a baby to be here. And so sometimes, you get this overwhelming feeling of wanting a baby. And I can tell some people that, and of course they go right to, well, why don't you have another baby? Or, and that's cool. I don't get offended easily by, things people say, because if you don't know, you just don't know. Nothing can replace the baby that I birthed. Even one day, if I decide to have another baby, ultimately, that will not be a replacement of my child. That will be another addition to our family, And yes, that baby may fill some of the voids of just wanting a baby and, wanting to hold a baby and take care of a baby. But at the same time, nothing can take the place of someone who is gone, Nothing can take you'll always remember your child, even though I only spent 2 days with him. He still was in my life. And so I'm not looking for anything to suppress that. I'm not looking for anything to take away from him. I'm not looking to replace him. I noticed that one of the triggers is being around other babies. And for me, really, honestly, it's not necessarily all babies. Because I can hold babies that are a little bigger, and honestly, sometimes it helps me because you get rid of that feeling of needing to hold a baby, so it helps with that. But the real deal, if I be honest, is little bitty infants, just tiny, fresh out the womb, that under a month or maybe under 2 months, I get a little bit not anxiety, but it is a little bit of an anxious feeling when I get close to an infant like that. And I've gotten the overwhelming feeling that I want to hold them. And I have held infants because I have friends that have had babies since I had my baby. And I'm so happy for them, and I hold their baby and I'm really happy. But if I be honest, in my head, sometimes my mind goes back to those moments with my son and, just holding him. And I find myself looking at their baby's fingers and toes and, just even though I'm holding their baby, I'm imagining my baby. And, for someone hearing this, you may think I'm going crazy. I'm not going crazy. It's just that, that was the last moments that I had with him was, him as this fresh baby. And so, like, even the smell of a fresh baby, it's just triggers that bring those feelings back to life a little bit. And, I was telling one of my friends who also has an infant, and I'm very close, and I have, we're very much a part of each other's life, have attachment issues when it comes to a baby, especially, like I said, those little infant babies. So, I may hold a baby, but I'm not in a rush to go hold babies because sometimes it triggers a sadness later on. And I can go about my day, and then at some point during that day, sometimes I end up really down and just sad and, longing for my child, and, just all of those feelings. And it took for me to basically, I was calling one of my aunties, and I was, just having a difficult time. And so she had asked me, well, what triggered this? And, were you around some babies today? And so it brought my mind, like, yes, I actually was, and so I realized that that's a trigger. So right now, I don't avoid, because I'm not an avoider. I don't believe that avoiding helps anything, but I just have to, one, realizing it helps me a lot, but then, making baby steps, taking baby steps, and then realizing if it's just a time that I can't do it, I just can't do it. But, it's strange too, because I'm a child care provider, and so I'm around babies, and there was a time where after I had the baby, I couldn't even look at baby stuff, and it was very difficult to, look at, of course, my baby stuff, but just baby stuff, period, like to see bibs and just things like that. It bothered me a lot. And so, I know that that's a part of grieving too. I know that, it may not be a baby, but, sometimes when people grieve, it's hard to go, especially, if you lived with that person came to your home and, lived in your house or whatever. It's hard to go to their room, or it's hard to, see their stuff. And, it's just a very difficult thing to deal with, and I know that this is things that sometimes people don't talk about, but I just I believe that sharing is caring, and opening up about these things, I think that people can help me, and I think that maybe hope that maybe my sharing will help someone else. So I just wanted to get on here and share that. And if nothing else, sometimes talking about things really, really helps me. Just being able to share and be, especially if it's, with people that I feel like I can talk to, but just being able to share with people, in general, because we are all people, and in some capacities we are connected, because we still experience all the same things. Everybody experiences death at some point. Everybody experiences, some things in life at some point. So, I just think I'll just share mine. I'll just share my journey. So it was good talking with you, and I'll see you later.